Hi everyone, and welcome back into my kitchen. And today we are going to be making a chilled Sungold tomato soup. Inspiration for this recipe is from Vivian Howard in her book Deep Run Roots. This is a recipe that we've made a bunch of times in our house and absolutely loved. I've tinkered with it a little bit, kind of made it to suit our palates a little bit more, and so I'd like to share that with you today. So we're going to need a couple things of special equipment that I don't normally use in a lot of my stuff so far, and that's going to be a high-speed blender for one. If you don't have that, you can use a good food processor or even a stick blender if you have one. Second thing that we're going to need is a good fine mesh strainer, because at the end it's going to help the soup become very velvety and smooth. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and get started. First thing we're going to do is I have my pan preheated here on the medium heat. I'm going to add 1 teaspoon of olive oil. I have 1 large crushed piece of garlic, half a white onion that I have just on a medium chop, and then I'm going to add about half a teaspoon of salt. And now we're just going to go ahead and let this sweat down for about 8 to 10 minutes until this gets really soft. And then we're going to go ahead and add stuff from there. Okay, so we've had our onions sweating for a while now. They're getting nice and soft. So now we're going to go ahead, we're going to add in, I have about 2 cups of Sungold tomatoes here. I'm going to add those in. I have about a 1/4 teaspoon of bourbon smoked paprika. I really love the bourbon smoked paprika. It comes from Bourbon Barrel Foods in Kentucky. And then I have about a 1.5 cups of water. I'm just going to add that water in here. Now we're going to go ahead, bring this up to a boil. And then once it comes up to a boil, we're going to let this simmer for about 30 to 40 minutes until all of the tomatoes get really soft and start to pop. Alright guys, so we've had everything going here. It's been simmering now for a while. As you can see, the tomatoes have really kind of broken down. If you give this a little stir, you can see it's leached out a lot of its color into that water, and that water has reduced down significantly. We're going to go ahead, turn this off, and then we're going to very carefully pour this into the bowl of our blender. Just get everything out of here. And then we're going to add in, I have about 2 teaspoons champagne vinegar. I have 1 tablespoon heavy cream, and then 2 tablespoons buttermilk. And now I'm going to take this over to the blender. We're going to blend it until it's nice and smooth all the way through, and then I'm going to show you how to properly strain it. Okay, so now we have everything processed in the blender, so now we have a nice soupy consistency. So now I'm going to go ahead and start pouring this into our strainer. And the reason you want to do this is because there's still going to be a lot of seeds, some of the tomato skins that are going to be out, and so this is just going to help it make really nice and smooth. As you can see, it's not all wanting to go through, so just take the back of your spoon and just kind of gently push through. It's going to really help kind of push everything through, get it all nice and smooth in here. So I'm going to keep doing this, and then once we're done straining it out, you want to chill this completely. So you can either let it sit at room temp for a while until it cools down enough you can put it in your fridge, or if you're in a little bit of a hurry, you can do the ice bath method, where you just want to get a bowl that's slightly bigger than the bowl that you're putting this into, and then fill it full of ice water, and then you can set your bowl on top and keep stirring it around until it cools down. It'll do it a lot quicker than just putting it into the fridge. Okay, so our soup has been chilled, And so now we're just gonna go ahead and serve it up. This is just one of the many ways you can serve this out as a regular soup. You can actually also use this as a sauce as well. So I'm just gonna start by putting a couple little ladlefuls in here. And then you can really dress this with whatever you want to dress it with. A good medley of like vegetables is usually a good call with it. So here I have some fresh corn. I'm just doing this raw. But if you want to roast your corn and then chill it and then put it in here, that would be perfectly fine as well. Just got a little bit of corn in here. We can do some small diced cucumbers. Clean that off. And then I'm going to finish it off with a little bit of freshly chopped chives. And there you have it. So again, this is our Sun Gold chilled tomato soup. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Go ahead and give it a like. Check out my other videos on my channel. You can also find me on my website at mysouthernish.com, on my Instagram at jrousey, and on Facebook as well. Thank you guys and have a great day.